Okay, guys, good afternoon. Bobby Deskins, 10 Tampa Bay, Chief Meteorologist here with a tropical update for Friday afternoon. And I want to just try and make this as quick as I can. The difference between what you're seeing right there, which is the tropical outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, and what you see right there, which is the Hurricane Center. Now, the Hurricane Center, when they do this forecast, no development expected the next 7 days. They look within the next 7 days. And they'll break that down. First 2 days, certain chance. Days 3 through 7, a different chance, okay? But that's it. That's all that they do. Now, this graphic that we've been showing you, this is a long-range graphic, and you can tell that by looking at this date up here. So the first part of this graphic is July 16th through the 22nd. So that's actually week 2, okay? Hurricane Center says nothing the next 7 days. Climate Prediction Center comes back in and says, but week 2, we have a chance of some development here in the Northeast Gulf of Mexico, right? And then they will actually do, let me show you this. This is week 3, and it goes away because there's nothing there. But sometimes they'll have something there, okay? So that's probably why you've been hearing a little bit about some tropical development. Now, let's talk about that chance for tropical development. So, again, Hurricane Center says nothing. GFS, let's start with that, although I don't like the GFS. What I want you to watch, I'm going to show you real quick because I'm going to show you a bunch of different models, but watch this area here. Watch the moisture come something like this, okay? Right? Watch what happens. This is the GFS. I'm just going to go through time. That right there is Sunday night to Monday. Look at all that rain Monday and the Tuesday. That's Monday night. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you see that? You see the green? That green that was over here, look where it is now. It's right here. So it just kind of went something like this. Okay, that's the European GFS model. By the way, you didn't see anything develop. Okay, no big lows and wind and all that kind of crap. Just rain. Now here's the European version. Watch east of Florida. See it there? Okay, that's Monday morning, Monday evening, Tuesday. Look at it more. Look at that. Look at Tuesday over Florida. That would be the rainiest day. Some of that would be heavy. Wednesday, look at that. Now along the West Coast and into the Gulf. All right, now look at Thursday. Oh, look what Thursday is. It's further out into the Gulf and then into Friday. Okay, so both models are showing something coming in and going something like that. Now, does it have time to develop? It might, sure, but the models aren't showing that at this particular point. What they are showing is some what we call vorticity, some spin in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Again, watch east of Florida. Watch this area over here. Ready? I'm going to go out to, see it spinning? See that right there? Okay, I'm going to back it up. See that right there east of Florida? Okay, now here it is in full motion. Monday morning, Tuesday evening, Wednesday. You see it coming across like a bowling ball across Florida. Then it goes into the Gulf, and then it comes back up. That was Tuesday through Friday. Okay, that was the European. GFS, watch what it does. Watch east of Florida. See the spin? See the spin? Coming across South Florida with the spin. That would be Monday night and Tuesday morning. Wednesday, Thursday, into the Gulf, and coming back up. So that is lift in the mid-levels of the atmosphere that could help make more showers and thunderstorms. It could try to get a low developed at the surface, which we would think tropically, right? But that right there says to me that we're going to get some good rains Monday, Tuesday of next week. Okay, now, as far as surface lows, tropical development, what does the GFS say? Let's go out to Monday. Oh, a little low right there, right over top of Florida, but it's over land. It's not developing. All right, let's go out to Tuesday. Right over land still. Let's go out to Wednesday. Look where it is now. So now on Wednesday, see, it's trying to make a little low here Wednesday. And then look what it does. It moves. It does try and develop at least a little bit and take it in the Western Panhandle and move off to the north and the west. This is one of about 31 runs of this model. So this is not high confidence that happens. Okay, but that's kind of like the ballpark, right? So let's look at the European forecast model. What does it have for Monday? Not much. Yeah, a broad area of low pressure over the state, but nothing, right? Let's go out to Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, nothing. It doesn't really see it. Ironically, it sees it next week. This is the 22nd. See all that? It's sniffing something out in the Northeast Gulf. Not this upcoming week, but the week after that. European, this is Canadian. Nothing to show here either. Not much. But the Canadian actually looks similar to the GFS. As far as the European model, tropical depression forming, nothing. Not Florida, at least, right? GFS doesn't show anything, usually doesn't. Wind, this is the wind map. We'd be watching Monday. We'd be watching this area right in here, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe a little bit of southwest wind here, 10 to 15 miles per hour on Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, the models aren't showing much right now. Here's what they're showing. Look for the red and watch again, same setup. You're going to see some red build, then it builds here, and then it comes across and it goes all the way across over here, okay? That red is a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. The more red you see, the better chance you can get some heavy, heavy rainfall. Okay, so let's go out to Saturday. Not a big deal. Watch Sunday afternoon storms, mainly inland. That's right there. See them flare up? Okay, now look at east of Florida. That's the blob, if you will, right? Watch that blob. Here it comes. Yeah, it's spreading over Florida. That's Monday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon. That's good rain. Wednesday afternoon. Now look where it is. It's already, see it? It's come across the state. Now it's here south of Mississippi, south of Tally, well, southwest of Tally. Look by Friday, it's out towards New Orleans. Okay, all of that moisture could give us a heavy rainfall event, and that's probably, if you look at this is Sunday down here, all the way through about Friday. I think the core is probably right in here, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, this is the GFS model. This is 30 different runs of it. So you're not looking at just one run, but you see all this red in here. That's some pretty heavy rainfall. Now, here's what that looks like on the map. Yeah, watch this. This is through Sunday. Okay, now watch Monday. Add the rain from Tuesday. Here comes Tuesday's rain. Here comes Wednesday's rain. And then Thursday, and then Friday. But you notice it starts out over here to the east, but then you start adding it up over here. Okay, and that's just following exactly what we had there. So as a result, you know, look, day 4, this is Monday. We're going to have a excessive rainfall. It's a marginal. It's the least, right? It's not a lot. And day 5, they're extending that as well. So something that we'll be keeping an eye on. So yeah, Hurricane Center right now says there is no development expected the next 7 days. We like to hear that. We'll keep it that way. I'll be watching it. Our team will be watching this graphic and, of course, all the models very closely over the weekend. I mean, it's not out of the question that they hatch some little area over here, especially in the Northeast Gulf, and say 10% chance, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe, something like that. If that happens over the weekend, please don't be worried about it. It's not a big deal at this point. I just wanted to give you a heads up so that if something does happen, you'll say, hey, yeah, we heard about that, and it doesn't seem to be a big deal. Okay, guys, that's it. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll update you through the weekend as needed. Have a good one, guys.